As always, we got the mascot. This is Rockwell. Say hi, Rockwell. Everybody loves dog. Oh, there he is. Is that you? Who's that right there? Look at him. He's been barking all day. He won't stop barking. This is Rockwell the mascot. He's helping me out with all my book ideas. But yeah, just one of the questions I'm going to be thinking about. Just read this so I don't mess it all up. So how do I present a nurturing environment that will maximize the reader's ability to approach the material with an open mind? You know, like how to prime the mind and increase the reader's teachability index. Because the information I'm trying to explain is not necessarily the average information. Now, some of it's cross-referenced with some other domains of thinking that are fairly popular or gaining momentum. But there's some other ideas that I'm trying to bring forth just from a creative perspective on how I think about things. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of brain mapping on that today. So like some of the key elements that have come out of that is this idea of unrestricted visioning, empowering presence, the wish-fulfilling science as it applies to manifestation principles, spontaneity and discovery, basically creativity and how-to novelty mechanisms. I'm gonna kind of define a word here, a new word, maybe, you know, sapiadelic is two parts. Sapia means wisdom and knowledge, and delic is to attain and acquire. So sapiadelic means to attain and acquire wisdom and knowledge. So I got paradox, paradigm, paradise, parallax, let the light, let there be light when the light dawns, clear sight. The work of the book so far, the working title is The Group Luminal Mind. Other things that come to mind are visioneering, imaginariums, latent potentials, no limit as limit, infused with magic, mystical flavoring, liftoff states, taking flight, things like the 5 A's, artifacts, manifestation, demonstrations, activations, empowering presence, knowns and unknowns. There are known knowns, there are known unknowns, there are unknown knowns. Unrestricted visioning, high performance athletics, mindset training, emotions, visualization exercises, alpha and omega, the high efficient sun self-center, from sea to shining sea, see for yourself, an adventure, discovery, disc ovary, col-lab-oration, future nows, wildfires, I am that I am, pure beingness, spirituality as increased awareness, you know, a courier, tour guide, navigator, beyond the gap, beyond the transitions, through the transitions, liminal spaces, but moving through the liminal spaces and landing in the luminal ground. Because luminal is the word I'm looking to. Basically, my whole book's based on that, but connecting ideas from that. Intuition, embodiment, breath in the heart, scribe, geometry of meaning, scotch tape, joke, that's a joke, acclamation, orientation, meet planet, easy, rest easy, breathe deeply, dreaming, gates, portals, lucid, raft, rat, PSAT, mnemonics, memory palace, remember, trance, wake, awoke, pain, trauma, healing, codependency, infinite mind. We are thinking centers in the infinite mind. So yeah, just that kind of thing. That was just me running down the list. This is your host, Richard Blankenship, coming to you from, I don't know, I've always had a hard time trying to figure out how to describe where I'm from. Where are you from? Have you thought about that? And basically anything I have to say about where I'm from is just an opinion. So We know how opinions work. So yeah, I'm just waiting on either an email, but yeah, I'm just going through notes. Been really working hard on my book, really just thinking hard on it. There's my alarm. I'm early. Persistence, determination, being punctual, setting goals, setting alarms, trying to get ahead of things. I have a number of things in my life that I am behind on. And then I'm ahead in some others. I like that concept. So I'm still waiting for the participants here. But yeah, I get into these manuscripts. This is my bare bones manuscript. I'm just trying to get the formatting right, and I fight with the formatting more than anything. So yeah, I think it's February 16th, 2021. Still can't believe we don't have flying cars. I was asking my parents about that when I was 5, 1985. I couldn't understand why we didn't have flying cars. Here we are in 2021, and I can't understand why we don't have flying cars. I think the drone thing's about to happen. I don't know what happened to allow that technology to all of a sudden flourish. I haven't really looked into it. I just know that parts are getting smaller and more powerful and more lightweight. So yeah, I think about a lot of weird stuff, but this is my book, trying to get a lot of my weird thoughts all into alignment, coherence. Something I'm thinking about adding to the book. I haven't decided yet, but the idea of kind of a three-pronged approach to changing your life a little bit. First, really important point is to admit the struggle. You know, life is hard. It's not easy, but with a certain mindset, we can bring an ease and a fluidity to the struggle. So yeah, it's not what you look at that matters. It's what you see. The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. What is the point of being alive if you don't at least try to do something remarkable? Take up one idea, make that one idea your life. Think of it, dream of it, live on that idea. Let the brain, the muscles, nerves, every part of your body be full of that idea, and just leave every other idea alone. This is the way to success. Swami Vivekananda. Let us see how high we can fly before the sun melts the wax on our wings. I love the Icarus stuff. I love the mythological stuff. I'm working that in, the Greeks, the Romans. I'm probably not going to go into the detail that is obviously possible with that information, but I just want to point to the archetypes of mythology as a way of knowing deeper truths. So we admit the struggle, we identify the idle lie in our lives, and then we replace the idle lie with something more powerful and life affirming. And this kind of segues into my whole discussion about how I do not do New Year's resolutions, because resolutions it's like a negating. You're trying to stop something, and your effort to stop something is just the energy behind it, behind the intent, wanes pretty quickly. So rather than trying to like tame a desire or change a habit, a negative habit, I like to try to build or add life affirming things at the turn of the year. And actually, I was like, actually kind of like seasonally. So it doesn't just have to be New Year's. You know, as the seasons roll in and out of each other, you know, I try to develop a little bit different habit and a mindset that allows me to just energetically connect with that time of transition. So a lot of people get depressed in the winter months. I kind of thrive. I just get into my hibernation mode and I do my own thing and I come out the other side ready to participate and interact with the world. But there's definitely a time that I really enjoy with the solitude and the solace kind of thing. I'm always coming back to the definitions of solitude and solace. I'll have to do another show on just that, or at least have that as a starting point. I'm just planting seeds. I like to really make sure I know the definitions of things, and whether I look them up 6 months ago or a year ago, you know, I still have to go back to it. Definitions are really, really important. They orient you, and I'm going to be bringing some new definitions, or at least I'm going to be making an attempt to redefine some things. And I've had some help with some friends. You know, not all this is mine. This work is a kind of a co-creative process, but this is what's come out of me as a result of a participation. So let's see. Someone once asked me, what is your purpose for being here? What quest are you designed for? Well, my current obsession is my work to flesh out a wish-fulfilling science. This speaks specifically to manifestation principles in general. I aim to present a set of practices which I have personally used to great effect upon my quest for heightened transcendental self-awareness. For others on a path to acquire and attain wisdom and knowledge, this book accomplishes the only thing a book like this could. It serves as a living example, and only to the extent that dear reader can trust me at such an early hour, my honest reporting and earnest desire to impart a sacred wisdom will be the magic ingredient. I have often thought of my writing as a special type of treatise describing an enthusiastic passion for all that life has to offer. Rather than make any claims that this work can lead you out of the darkness and into the light, what is really being presented is an artifact that can only shine a light on the particular path that has inspired me all these years. A guide that, as the last page is turned, can serve the reader in accomplishing their own mission and molding a uniquely conscious vision for their lives. As we reach the end of this work, that's only the beginning, where yet another invitation to join the living with a renewed exuberance for life will await. If you are able to sense how I've envisioned my life by the end of the work, what awaits you is a new mental framework that will suit you in almost any endeavor you choose for yourself. The only promise being made is my best intention to offer my own synthesis of ideas that have fueled my inner fire for personal growth and realization, my longing for more and more truth, my innate and unquenchable curiosity, and the vastness of my inner creative worlds have all isolated and distanced me from the status quo. Name the enemy. Mediocrity is the enemy. Yeah, I have some things I'm working on there I'm not real happy about. Let's see. How-to novelty mechanism that works. The mechanism at play here is our creative potential and our spontaneity that flows from the discovery and inventive process itself. Let me do that again. A how-to novelty mechanism that works. The mechanism at play here is our creative potential and spontaneity that flows from the discovery and inventive process itself. We will be keeping a keen eye on process as we proceed. This includes some of the following. Uplevel my conscious creator status, assist others in their own personal development, inspire through action and participation, polish the mirror of self-reflective awareness, bring a scintillating cognition to every endeavor, manifest and expand love, light, and learning, peel back the layers of ignorance, pierce the veil of illusion, reveal long hidden mysteries, study, seek, and serve all things living and transcendent, embracing of the unknown. It's time to initiate a new world ardor. Ardor meaning enthusiasm or passion. All right, Richard Blankenship is an introspect who came alive with patterns and geometric contemplations at the young age of 3. As a co-creator, he values artistic expression in all its forms. His path has taken him through a particular range of human knowledge nested in the geometric and mathematical traditions available to us. A musician for over half his life, a writer for even longer, Richard has set his mind alight with a curious investigation full of wonder and awe, and through the study of alternative wisdom sets has always come back to geometry. He sees beauty in geometry as an art form that provides us a priori simplex system capable of offering insight into the very structure and substructure of our mesmerizing material and often incontemplatable spiritual landscape. He believes that we are going through a most auspicious time on this planet and seeks to support and uplift any endeavor that encourages healthy community development on all scales. He believes that we sit on the precipice of some new cultural development surpassing our wildest imaginariums. Having been influenced by a diverse breed of sages and men of renown, along with madmen and the symbiotic expressions only found in dreams, Richard has seen through and has captured a glimpse of otherworld via visioneering techniques and has dedicated his life to the pursuits of the ongoing transformation of humanity's march toward the up-and-coming sapiadelic society. Sapiadelic. Sapia comes from wisdom and knowledge, whereas delic means to attain and to acquire. As a word meaning to attain and acquire wisdom and knowledge, sapiadelic hints at this new discipline and must be integrated into our modern day vernacular and usage in an attempt to contribute to the overall upgrade of our English language. If you desire a better life, upgrade your vocabulary. But it goes further than that. And it will require us as conscious creators to bring new word spells into existence that speak to the light behind the intent to create a new cultural expression that better serves the needs of our local and global communities. I will be shining a light on the power of our language operators as we continue along, while highlighting some key components that point to there being a virus deeply embedded into definitions themselves, a curious glance at phonetics and the raw sounds that we vibrate to create word structures can also lend itself to a deeper, more intuitive map connecting the immaterial ideas with their physical manifestation projected from our vocal cords, bringing the non-physical essence into form that radiates outwardly in all directions and can be received by others in the local vicinity of our speech. The term sapiadelic society was derived from psychedelic society, as our distant ancestors needed psychedelic substances in order to explore higher realms of consciousness. So this new term should support this newly created scientific discipline that will encourage new generations of children. So Richard eventually came to a fascination with tetronics, a new way of interpreting the field of physics, leading to new insights into the landscape of our world. And in 2016, presented the first US introduction to Kelvin C. Abraham's tetronic theory at the Tesla Tech Extraordinary Conference in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Thank you, Steve Elswick, for the invitation. That was a great time. He has sought consonance and pattern recognition, leading to research in unified field theories, cosmology, quantum mechanics, number theory, and more. He works to follow the fields of science and intellectual pursuits at the boundary between fantasy and reality. Our models concerning how the universe operates are being updated, and a curious synthesis of mystery and discovery has enveloped our world. Through a convergence of symbols and a multidisciplinary approach, through a convergence of symbols and a multidisciplinary study, We can actively participate in this divine matrix in ways that lead to superabundance. With that comes the freedom to partake of a certain elixir connected intimately with our divine powers and our divine destiny to meet the future with renewed excitement, exuberance, and gnosis itself. Do not fail to grasp the magnitude of our raw existence, nor seek to limit any potential. For the time is ripe for a harvest of majestic might, should we collectively find center and feel into the pulse of life as intended within the unbounded conditions of our highest selves. Through realization of our true identity, each student can become a lamp unto their own path, and more. Awareness of the truth of our being will rip asunder the veil of unknowing that has heretofore enshrouded the star we already are.